Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the PlungeCast, Conversations in Cold Water for Warm People. Thank you so much for joining me here today. We've got a really special episode today, and just as the rain behind me starts to kick up, and you can kind of hear it a little bit on the deck roof above me here, we'll get the nice ambiance going. I want to introduce my guest today, known as Muddy Gnomes on Instagram, but his real name is Arjan Schoot. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing that correctly, so when he joins us in just a second, I will have him correct me if I'm wrong there. Very interesting guy. I can't wait to chat a little bit with him. You guys undoubtedly have seen his posts. Mobile ice connoisseur. I would say, honestly, a mobile ice god, if we're being real honest here, with an enviable beard. This is, quite enviable. That's a few days of growth for me, so there's not a whole lot that I can do about that. Arjan, if you want to join me, let's get this thing kicked off. And we'll get going. It's, I think it's around 55, 56 degrees here, somewhere around there. But the water's nice and frosty, right at 39 degrees thanks to my chiller. And I added a little bit of ice today. So we'll get it maybe a degree lower or so, something like that. Let's see here. Establishing our connection. Ah, yes. You get some nice rain in the background. Well, technology.
There we are. Hear me?
Arjan, I'm trying to accept your request here. There we go. There he is.
There he is. Brian, how are you doing?
Doing well. Doing very well. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. It's a beautiful day here in Vermont. It's going to be about 80 degrees. I'm guessing it's about 70 right now.
Okay.
We're right here in the little town of White River Junction. As you can see it, White River Junction, we have our ice truck set up right here. And we're on the middle of the sidewalk, and we have our ice bath right here.
I love it. Oh, man, that's exactly as I envisioned. I love it. How many pounds do you have in there today?
I have a feeling I put about 150 pounds in today.
Man, that's amazing.
Yeah, you got for the real look, you got to have a lot of ice in there.
Oh, absolutely. Mine is minuscule in comparison. I put about 21 pounds in about 5 or 6 minutes ago, and it's not as pretty looking.
Oh, that's good.
But with the circulation, with the circulation from the chiller, it just blends it up, and So I'm sitting about 39, 40 right now.
That is absolutely perfect, right? Don't they say anything under 50 is fine?
52. So let's kick it off. Tell me just a little. I mean, I've seen the posts. I love the content. It's all great. Tell me a little bit about yourself, your background, kind of how you got into plunging, and what made you think, hey, I'm going to do this, and not only do it, but I'm going to do it as a mobile business.
Well, it all started really with obstacle course racing, weirdly. I started that years and years ago, and I'm a little lazy, so I wanted to know how to do things with the least amount of effort. So you quickly get into the biohacking sphere, and one Christmas my wife gave me a book called Breath from James Nestor. I don't know if you've read it.
I've heard that one. I haven't read it, but that's on my list.
It is excellent. Basically, it just says that it's best just to breathe through your nose. But in that book, the cold plunge guru Wim Hof was mentioned. And me being from Holland, you would think I would have heard of him, but I hadn't. And that sort of started it off, as we all do, started with cold showers and then progressing to ice baths. And everybody liked it so much. I had quite a few people coming over to my house. And I thought, this is just, what if I can just take it on the road? I'll just get a trailer made. And a friend of mine put it all together in 3 weeks. And it's amazing.
I love it.
Yeah, I can show you. It's got a changing room in here.
Oh, man. That's a good setup.
Yeah, and then it's got a big freezer, a big tank of water in there. And, we just go out, we set up, and we see who goes in. I had to postpone it a little bit because somebody just came in here who went to work. And she goes, yeah, I'll go in. And she hopped right in right before she went to work.
Understandable. I love it. That's a very valid excuse. Good.
Yeah. So that's how it sort of started. Now it's kind of snowballing.
What do you think?
Which is amazing.
What do you think? You want to get in and get this thing kicked off?
Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent.
Let's do it. I got my tiny headphones on. I'll go. Hang on.
Nice. I don't have my AirPods today because my daughter has played hide and seek with them, so I'm going to use the little finder right after we're done with this.
Yeah, that'll work. Hey!
Let me set my timer.
Here's my friend Mr. Stevens just arrived. See, we got a whole crew here. Look at this.
You got a good crew. I love it.
All right, let me hop in here. I still have not a tough time, but it takes me a little bit to catch my breath and get comfortable in it.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Oh, let's see if I can get this phone set up here. Right.
I might fix my camera a little bit here.
Yeah.
There we go. Gotta see this with mud.
Can you hold it? All right. Oh, here we go. Wow. Woo.
Good. I have my timer started, so it will go off, and we won't go over 5 minutes.
Okay,
so
good.
Okay.
We won't go over 5 minutes. All right, that's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, but I figure if we hit 4 and that's an extreme, then we can get out.
Yeah, it's perfect. No, this is great. It's wonderful. And I think it's such a great idea that you had to do these PlungeCasts. It's just wonderful. Good job, man.
I appreciate it. So far, I think the conversations have been really interesting, and everybody brings something different to the table. It's great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a whole scala of different people.
We were talking about your mobile ice business. So obviously, you're out and about, and you're getting people to just kind of jump in that might otherwise have normally not jumped in. Do you do kind of scheduled events too? Are you getting people kind of hiring you out, that sort of thing?
We do, yes. People are booking us for private and corporate events. And, it's great for team building, right? I'll go in if you'll go in, blah, blah, that stuff. And we get a really great response of it all.
I love it. So what, on average, when you have somebody schedule like a mobile event, what does that sort of look like? When you guys show up, set up?
We'll show up, we'll get started with a talk, get everybody comfortable, know what they're doing, sort of educate them on all the pros of cold exposure, and not just cold exposure. Like I said before, the whole biohacking field, like breathing, nutrition, exercise, all that stuff we mentioned. And then finally, we have people try an ice bath.
Yeah.
So and that's really, people love that. Such a great response to that. It's amazing.
I love it. I think there's no doubt it is a wave that is going across the country right now. People are starting to realize that it might not be the most pleasant thing when you do it, but man, does it make you feel amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Once you get out, it's truly spectacular. Yeah. I mean, what do they say? 250% increase in dopamine and adrenaline. I mean, there is no way not to feel good.
Yeah. I can tell you when I first read those stats, and I've read the Wim Hof books and a few of the other kind of ancillary things, and read Dr. Soberg's work as well. Right. I thought 250% seems really lofty, and it seems extreme. But man, after doing it for the time that I have now, I 100% believe it. And I can tell on the days where I don't have time or I skip it or something like that, there's a difference.
Exactly. And for instance, it's with that increase in dopamine and adrenaline, they now say that a really good time to do it is before a workout. So get in before a workout. So my good friend, Mr. Stevens, who's holding the camera at the moment, he just came out here today to do an ice plunge before he's going to go to the gym and do his workout.
Perfect.
And it really, really helps.
It does. I can tell you, I've been running. I got back to running about 6 months ago or so. And I've never been a great runner, but I started doing exactly what you were saying, doing an ice bath before I go running. And oh my God, it has made the difference. Exactly. I mean, I'm an extra mile or two further than I would ever normally go.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
feeling better during a run. It's 100% true.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. And it's funny because it looks so crazy to people, right? People go, oh, you're crazy to do that. And once you get in it, you really go like, oh, you people are crazy not to do it.
Yeah. I've always
maintained a small investment, really.
Yeah. I've always maintained if someone tells you that you're crazy for doing something that has made a measurable benefit to your life, then you're on the right track.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
So tell me what, and I love this question. I love to hear everybody's response to this. What is your process for taking an ice bath? How do you prepare before? How do you recover after? What does it look like when you plunge?
I think mainly is I try to be calm before I go in. Really calm down, get your breath under control, because it's all about the breath, really. And once you get your breath under control, just do it. Don't think, because then you're gonna not do it. Don't think, just focus on your breathing, really deep in and out, and just go in.
I love it. Do you make it a practice, or do you believe in doing breath work ahead of time or after, or both?
No, so I am starting to get back into the Wim Hof breathing again. And I'm noticing that is really amazing as well. But I have not done that as much as I should. So I'm starting to get in that a little bit more. To alkalize the blood, I think, and yeah. Yeah,
I'm with you. I did it a lot at the very beginning when I first started cold plunging. Tapered off for a while, and I've gotten back to it in the last few months.
Right.
And it does make a measurable difference.
It really does, yeah.
You're plunging your day. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And that's also, again, a small investment, right? Just getting your breath under control and breathing a certain way. They're all little things you can do that really make your life so much better.
Yeah. Well, we've hit 5 minutes. If you want to stand up, and then we can wrap this up.
I think we should do a head dunk. What do you think?
I love it. Let's do it.
Right. Absolutely. I'm going to take my headset off. Hand it to my crew here. See, this looks like a professional operation here.
Yeah, love it.
All right.
Thanks, crew. You guys are doing a great job. Ready? Let's do it. Woo! Yes. Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you. Woo, catch my breath.
Oh, man, that's wonderful.
Thank you so much for being on here. Oh my God. I love doing that. Thank you so much for being on. And we will see you next time on the PlungeCast.